Ladies and gentlemen, please be upstanding for the 2018 Year 9s. Ladies and gentlemen, Year 9s, please remain standing for the blessing.
Please join me in a word of prayer. Dear God, we thank you for every Year 9 student sitting here today, representing the Seoul Foreign British School this afternoon. We thank you for giving each student such abilities, environment, and self-discipline in finishing their Key Stage 3 years strong. We recognize that your protection and wisdom were provided through the sacrifice of their parents and teachers that you have hand-selected in their lives. Today, let us celebrate what has been accomplished as a community through a thankful heart to you and to each other. Lord, continue to watch over these students as they transition to high school. Place teachers and friends who will be with them, especially as they navigate through tough questions, such as their identity and vision, worthy of their precious lives. I foremost pray for those continuing their studies outside of SFS that they will find peace and confidence through the omnipresent and loving God. We pray the prayer in Philippians that their love may abound more and more with knowledge and all discernment, so that they may approve what is excellent and so be pure and blameless for the day of Christ. We thank you for what you have done and what you will do through these Year 9 students. In the name of Jesus Christ we pray. Amen. You may be seated.
Okay, you may be seated. Thank you, Ian Hines. Good afternoon. My name is Dr. Timothy Gray, and as head of Seoul Foreign British School, and on behalf of all the Key Stage 3 teaching staff, a warm welcome to the Year 9 students, parents and guests, and a special welcome to those watching this as it is streamed live through the web. Of our 41 Year 9s this year, we have had the pleasure of teaching. 4 are going to other international schools, 3 are heading off to top boarding schools in the US, and 34 will be moving on to our high school. But that is for the future. This afternoon, we hope to keep you here for about an hour, and as usual, all our speakers have been asked to keep to less than 3 minutes. Parents and guests, please feel free to take as many photographs as you wish. During the certificate giving ceremony, I will try to hold your child long enough for you to take a photograph of him or her receiving their certificate and PTA memento. Sometimes that's not easy. Sometimes they want to rush off. But enough talking from me. I'm delighted to hand you over to our music interlude for this afternoon. 2 of our Year 9 students, Gyun Choi and Angela Bang. Thank you.
See it, that dream I'm dreaming, but there's a voice inside my head saying you'll never reach it. Every step I'm taking, every move I make feels lost with no direction. My faith is shaking, but I gotta keep trying. Gotta keep my head held high. There's always gonna be another mountain. I'm always gonna wanna make it move. Always gonna be an uphill battle. Sometimes I'm gonna have to lose. Ain't about how fast I get there. Ain't about what's waiting on the other side. It's the climb. The struggles I'm facing, the choices I'm making. Sometimes I knock me down, but no, I'm not breaking. I may not know it, but these are the moments that I'm gonna remember most. Just gotta keep going, but I gotta be strong. Just keep pushing on. Always gonna be another mountain. Always gonna wanna make it move. Always gonna be an uphill battle. Sometimes I'm gonna have to lose. Ain't about how fast I get there. Ain't about what's waiting on the other side. It's a There's always gonna be another mountain. I'm always gonna wanna make it move. Always gonna be an uphill battle. Sometimes you're gonna have to lose. Ain't about how fast
Ladies and gentlemen, can I just invite Mr. Colin Flanagan, the head of Seoul Foreign School, to come up and give a few remarks.
Okay, well, good afternoon. It says in the programme congratulatory remarks, and I am going to do that, but I need to say a few thank yous first. The first thank you is to each and every one of you as parents of Seoul Foreign British School. Thank you for entrusting your children, our students, to us to do the best we can by them. It's a huge amount of trust you put in us, and we hope to live up to that, but thank you for your ongoing support. The second thank you is to the teachers of Seoul Foreign British School. A school is only as good as its teachers, and I'd like to take this opportunity to thank them, and I'd ask you to put your hand together for those teachers who are with us next year, and for those that are moving on. I ask you to give them a big round of applause. Thank you very much to teachers. And my final thank you is to Dr. Tim Gray and Kate Gray. Tim has led the school on two separate occasions, and both of them have given 18 years of their professional life to Seoul Foreign British School. And I want to thank them for their level of commitment and passion and drive to make Seoul Foreign British School what it is today. I want to thank you both very, very much. Thank you. Okay, let me congratulate you, Year 9. You have made it, and you are about to move on. And as Tim said, some of you are going into different places. Some of you are going to be the first Year 9s to go into that amazing big high school. But whatever you're doing, congratulations. I know that this is a very special group of students. And when children go out onto stage and perform, they're performing for themselves, but they're also representing the talents that are up here on stage. And every single one of these students has got an amazing amount to give the world. And that's what a school's job is to help dig that out, to find out what is their passion. And some of them will have found that, and some of them are still to find that. But they all have an opportunity to make a great contribution to this world. Can I just mention two people, because I think it's a really important tradition that the British school has of having a head boy and a head girl. It's a really important tradition because it says two of our students represent what's best about the school. And I have to say, Sophia Masando and Darren Kim this year have been outstanding in representing their classmates. So I'd ask you to give the head boy, the head girl, and Year 9 a big round of applause. Okay, I'm going to be brief. As a head of school, because I'm a middle-aged man, I have to give you some advice. That's the way it works, okay? So listen up. I'm going to tell you what's the difference between a hero and a coward. St. George is the patron saint of England, and he's renowned of being a hero, slaying the dragon. But the truth is, what is the difference between a hero and a coward? And the answer is nothing. There is nothing different between a hero and a coward except for one little thing. And that is the choices that they make. Because both the hero and the coward feel the same way when confronted by something scary. Whether it's a monster, whether it's a dragon, or whether it's just some challenge that you've got to meet during that day. Fear is in all of us. Moving on creates that fear. The difference is how you respond, how you choose. So what I ask you to do, Year 9, is think about the language that you use. Remember that you never say, I have to do something, because you never do. You always have a choice. There are consequences, good and bad, to those choices, but it's your choice. And knowing that makes you free and gives you the power to make those choices and do the right things for you. I used to teach younger children for many years. And one of the things that often children would say to me is, Mr. Flanagan, Jonathan upset me, or Sarah hurt my feelings. And I would always say to them, Jonathan and Sarah may have done something cruel, unfair, or wrong to you, but you have chosen to let them upset you. It's your choice. You have control over how you respond and feel. Your ability to consider and choose your response is what distinguishes us from the animals. Your ability to choose is what gives you strength and power. And this group of children are full of strength, power, ability, and most importantly, potential. You can never fulfill your full potential, but it's your job, students, to get as close as you possibly can. And in that, I wish you well and good luck.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you, Mr. Flanagan. So, next part is we're going to actually have the head boy and the head girl come and give their reflections on their time at Seoul Foreign British School. Ladies and gentlemen, Sophia Masondo and Darren Kim.
I'm Sophia Masondo. I'm the head girl of Key Stage 3.
And I'm Darren Kim, head boy of Key Stage 3. With another year drawing to a close, we finally find ourselves here, about to graduate, about to become high school students.
Think about all of the hours that you've put in for this. Studying in class, writing essays, taking notes, doing homework for this moment. And for what it signifies, I think we can all agree that it was well worth the effort.
Of course, there is still a long road to what we truly desire. But for now, we can celebrate the fact that we are at a new chapter of our lives. Wherever it may be, and wherever it may take you, know that this day was the dawn of a new beginning.
With that being said, there is plenty to reflect on as well. However the path may have led you here, the important thing is that you've arrived. Congratulations, everyone. And that you can cherish the journey so far. Even as we continue to move through our lives, we shouldn't forget the path that we've taken to get here, and everyone who we've encountered along the way.
Some have been here longer than others, but one of the great things about Key Stage 3, as I'm sure we can agree on, is that everyone is welcome here when they arrive, and they quickly find their place. I'm sure we've all made great memories, for example, with our Week Without Walls trip to Japan, and I'm sure we won't forget any of our friends here for a long time.
Yet, none of this would matter without the guidance that we've had through our journey. And with this in mind, we'd like to thank the amazing teachers for guiding us, helping us, and putting up with us, mostly. It's a very difficult job, and we're very grateful for all of the service that you've done for us.
We'd like to thank our parents for giving us a chance in this world and investing their time, effort, and money for our benefit. It's true. Keeping us from straying off course must have been a labor of love, one we are truly appreciative of.
Finally, we'd like to thank each and every one of you. No matter how much time we spent together, know that each and every one of you helped the others along their way, and that your input will not be in vain. So on that note, let's enjoy the occasion, and once again, congratulations to the graduating Year 9 class of 2018.
Okay, Mr. Hammerberg, Mr. Greenhouse, Mr. J.
Hello, I'm Frances Snowden, the Key Stage 3 leader. And I'm here to just give a few reflections for the Year 9s. Year 9, I stand here as your Key Stage leader and also on behalf of Mr. Jack Mitchell, who was your leader for much of your time in Key Stage 3. I've taught many of you geography and religious education for 3 years. 3 long years for some of you. But it has been a joy and a privilege to have been able to walk with you on your Key Stage 3 journey. And there has been much laughter and much to do about tutus and cats. And just on that point, I don't usually signal people up, but Sophia Masondo from lesson 1 in year 7 to the last lesson of year 9 drew a cat on my whiteboard every lesson with a different theme. Just, that's commitment, people. Anyway, there has been much I have hoped you have learned in your classes from your teachers and from each other. And I'm not just talking about Mrs. Olivier's anecdotes about South Africa, Mr. Hammerberg's swanky dance floor moves and pig dissections. I'm not just talking about Mrs. Yasevich's pie on Pie Day or Miss Carlton's hashtags. I'm not just talking about your ability to play a musical instrument, create amazing art, excel at a sport, or your proficiency in a foreign language. I myself excel in Australian, just saying. And I'm not just talking about your geography classes and learning about Robert Mallet, glaciers, population structures, and more. No, I'm talking about what have you learned about being fierce, being proud, and being kind? What have you learned about failing and resilience? What have you learned about speaking up for yourself and moving out of your comfort zone and taking risks? And I'll let you into a secret. We never stop learning. And the best way to learn is not to have the answers, but to ask questions. You have chosen for your theme Aurora, New Beginnings. And you're about to step into a new chapter in your lives. And it is both exciting and frightening in equal measure. And you will at times struggle, fail, and rise again. And you will need to seek balance. The bald eagle, when it loses a feather, will shed the same feather from the other side to maintain balance in flight. What will you do to get balance? What will you let go of? What will you take up or do? And remember to work, to rest, and to play. And when you are seeking balance and trying to navigate your life and its milestones, in all you do, in all you become, in all you achieve, in your moments of joy, in your moments of angst, my wish and prayer for you is that you are fierce, that you are proud, and most importantly, that you are kind. In all things, in all relationships, and at all times, always, always choose kind. Choose kind. So God bless you, and I wish you well as you step into your future.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we come to that time of the year when it's very special. Apart from having year 9s up here, we give out one award only in the British School, and that is the Spirit Award. The Spirit Award was set up a number of years ago in recognition of the person who we felt most readily met the expectations of Key Stage 3. Did I finish?
I'll finish it.
Okay, and those expectations were performs to their best, is a role model to others, is responsible, is helpful, shows maturity, faces challenges, is respectful, shows consideration, shows acceptance, has a sense of humor, shows openness, and is polite. So I'm going to pass over to Ms. Snowden to announce this year's winner.
So it is my, again, joy and privilege to announce the recipient of the 2018 Seoul Foreign British School Key Stage 3 Spirit Award. Yeah, you don't want to know, do you? Huh? No. Congratulations, Miss Yuna Han.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, the award winner, and by the way, only Miss Snowden and I knew who it was right up to this moment. The award winner gets to keep the trophy, the award itself, and her name goes on the plaque for future people to look up to. Ladies and gentlemen, Yuna Han. Thank you. Right, we've now got the giving of the Year 9 certificates, and we're going to call them out by classes in alphabetical order, and they'll come across the front, and as I said, we'll try to hold on to them long enough for you to take a photograph as they come. So I'm going to first of all ask Mr. Hammerberg to call off for his class.
Good afternoon. My name is Mr. Hammerberg, or tonight I'll be DJ Hammer. And it is my pleasure to be calling out for this fine group of students that I've taught for 2 years. And I am honored to call off my homeroom, Year 9H. So can Year 9H please stand? I'll kick things off with Jim Bay. Jamie Cheeseman. Gyun Choi. Charlotte Clisson. Yuna Han. Well done, Yuna. Honda Jung. Joanna Jung. Darren Kim. Juhun Kim. Philip Kim. Kate Koo. Lois Lee. C1 Lee. Stella Nass. Jenny Sa. Alan Sung. Ebba Togason. Eunice Wardak. Okay, can you not have a seat then?
Could I ask 9J to stand, please? So I'm Mrs. Yashevich, taught these guys for 2 years, had them in my homeroom for 1, and it's been an absolute pleasure. I'm going to start off 9J with Angela Bang. Hyunsung Bang. Amalia Carney. Anna Carassa. Julie Howarth. Jane Kang. Na Young Kang. Grace Kent. Jun Kim. Unwoo Alice Kwan. Changmin Pablo Lee. Sophia Masondo. Sue Pack. Daniel Pack. Raina Rowe. Ah Young Sir. Dong Chae Shin. Diana Son. June Sung. Alice Wang. And lastly, Haruki Yoshikawa. Yeah, I'm just asking to sit. I'm waiting for him. Okay, 9J, please sit.
Hello, everybody. My name is Claire Olivier, and I am representing the Parliament. I'm going to ask everybody who was an MP or a committee member of the Parliament to please stand up for a minute. Exactly. In every school I've ever worked at or ever been to, Parliament's always been like 5 to 10% of the population. It's hard work, and you don't get anything for it. It's not glamorous. You have to give up your breaks, you have to give up your after schools, you have to give up your lunch, and there's not really anything in it for you. You're doing it because you love others. You're doing it because you're proud of the people you belong to. You want to make the experience better for everybody around you. And it is an absolute honor to see that when I call for parliamentarians, this was my response. Just an outpouring of generosity, an outpouring of willingness and love and warmth. And for that, I am incredibly proud. So, in no particular order, when I call your name, can you please line up in the front so that we can hand out letters of recommendation? You see, it is pretty much a full-time job being a parliamentarian. So we have wonderful letters of recommendation for you. So can we please have you all lined up, and we will applaud at the end. Joanna Jung, Stella Nass, Darren Kim, Edward Shin, Grace Kent, Sue Pack, Eunice Wardock, Gyun Choi, Angela Bang, Jim Bay, Juhan Kim, Handa Jang, Sophia Masondo, Paulina Lee, Lois Lee, Yuna Han. Can we please have a huge round of applause? Thank you very much.
Someone else is still standing.
Oh, Amalia, sorry. Alice, I called her name. There we go.
Ladies and gentlemen, parliamentarian. Thank you. Please continue. Hannah. Thank you, Mrs. Olivia. I'm now going to call upon Mr. Jeff Holcomb, who is the Seoul Foreign Schools High School's principal, on behalf of all the principals that will be receiving you. Mr. Holcomb.
Dr. Gray, the British School faculty, parents, guests, please forgive me if I ignore you. Most importantly, Year 9. Thank you for allowing me to come in and be a part of your ceremony and accept you to high school on behalf of Seoul Foreign School and other schools that you might be going to. Today marks a transition. You're going to come in here as Year 9 students and walk out as high school students. Ready for that? No? Okay. You don't have to be quite yet because you don't have to start till August. There are a lot of transitions that do go on Some sad transitions and some happy transitions. For example, you guys are the very last year 9 class that I will have the privilege of accepting from Dr. Gray. That's a sad transition. On a happy transition, you'll be the very first year 9 class that I get to welcome into the brand new high school building and spend all 4 years in an amazing high school, those of you that are remaining here. But every culture in the world celebrates transitions in different ways, and one of those ways is through something called rites of passage. Give me a little nod if you've heard that word rites of passage before. All right. Give me a little nod if you're still awake. All 4 of you, thank you, yes. The key word for today's speech is awake, so see if you can see how many times we use that word. We're going to come back to that. Most of these rites of passage are sort of ordeals. Yeah? They involve piercing something, cutting something off, or killing something. Thankfully, your ordeal today is just surviving my speech. Then you're all set. But year 9s, I believe that there are really 3 kinds of people in this world. Those who are really good at math and those who aren't. They got it. Actually, you still awake? Second time, told you I'd come back to it. Actually, I really do believe that there are 2 kinds of people in the world. There are people that when you interact with them and walk away, you feel stronger and better for having spent time with them. And then there are people that you walk away from and you actually feel kind of drained after spending time with them. I read a book recently, and the author of this book described that every person as they go through life leaves awake. There it is again. But this isn't like a sleeper awake. This is awake as in like behind a boat where the water is disturbed. And they said that every person as they navigate life's journeys leaves a wake behind them in the way that people have experienced them. And I thought that was powerful. As you think back through your key stage years, think about the wake that you have left. How have people experienced you? What memories do they have of you and the way that you've walked out your key stage 3 years? I would imagine that if I asked you to think back to some of your favorite memories from key stage 3, you would probably think of people, not necessarily places. You would probably think of events that you enjoyed with someone rather than just a particular thing. And I think that's a really important life lesson. And I'm excited to welcome you into the high school, and I'd love for you to be thinking this summer as you prepare for whatever high school you're going to think about the wake that you left in the British school in key stage 3 and year 9. How did you impact other people's lives? And think about the wake that you want to leave as you come into high school. What will your story be for the next 4 years? Who will you be and how will people remember you? That's what's more important than all the things that you will do. Now, I'm delighted to say that I watched this year's freshman class come in, and they were absolute stars. They shone on the basketball courts, on the soccer fields, on this stage here in musicals and in performances. They stood out in the classrooms. And I know that seated on stage right here, each one of you brings a unique story, a unique set of experiences that doesn't exist anywhere else in the universe. And I want you to know that we're very excited to have you in the high school this fall and want you to come and jump in and bring all of those gifts and talents to bear. And we're very excited to have you. So, whether you'll be remaining here in Seoul and coming to the high school at Seoul Foreign School, or whether your families are moving and you'll be attending a different school, I want to officially welcome you as high schoolers in the class of 2022. We look forward to seeing you in August. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, we come to the next musical interlude for this afternoon. Can we have Lois Lee and Yuna Han? Okay, Lois, you can relax now. And they disappear. No, not quite. Thanks, Mr. Black. Good afternoon, Year 9, the Key Stage 3 Promoting Class of 2018. Good afternoon, Year 9. Thank you. Okay, that probably got the tears rolling down your mum's cheeks as they look and hear you now and think to themselves, that's my little baby up there. Oh my gosh, what happened to my little baby? They've all grown up. At this point, the parents probably aren't listening to what I'm now saying, as they're thinking of all those years of memories. As to them, it seems like only yesterday that you were just a toddler starting in reception. In fact, I think we can show you what at least one of you looked like then. One who's been with us all the way from reception. If you look under your seats, girls and boys, you'll find a single sheet that the parents are watching at this moment. Would you like to pick it up? Darren Kim, would you like to come out here and stand at the front with me, please, for a few seconds? Come on, Darren. Where have you gone? Darren? You're hiding? Okay, he obviously doesn't want to come out. Okay, none of the students knew about that one, but that just gives you can put them away now, please. Thank you. You can see them later. So anyway, well done, Darren, for getting in this far. Where is he? He's hiding. There he is. So, keep your speech pithy, Mrs. Gray said, and so I'm going to move quickly on. So it's about this time that you're probably thinking, he's going to say some deep and meaningful thoughts about how we are moving ahead to high school, how the future is all ours, and to work hard and to be the very best that we can. Well, that's pretty much what I was going to say. And then I thought that I have absolutely no idea what your future holds. Facebook was launched in the year that you were born, as was the first human stem cell treatment. In the last few years, drones have become commonplace, and virtual reality is no longer science fiction. Think that the first iPad came out only 8 years ago when you were in year 1. And how much of that technology has affected you and become embedded in your life. Smartphones, iPhones, touchscreen laptops, touchscreen TVs, and through the Internet of Things, we even have intelligent fridges and remote access to all your home electronics. Possibly by the time you graduate high school, we'll have the Star Wars type holographic displays floating Google Glasses like in front of your eyes. The Microsoft HoloLens is already in some high schools. So what can I tell you that you will remember? What nugget from a teacher who has spent longer than he cares to admit working with primary and middle school students, and just like yourselves, in the UK, in the Middle East, in Turkey, Korea, and soon also in China? What will be the one thing you hang on to from my last Year 9 promotion speech at SFBS? Well, here we go. It is really simple, and you don't need a master's or a doctoral degree to work it out. Be yourself. That's it. That's all it is. Very simple. Be yourself. Over the time you've been at our school, whether it's 3 months, 3 years, or longer, you have shared many memories with your friends and your teachers. We've been honored to see each of you grow into the reality of something we have aspired for you. You are now young ladies and gentlemen heading to high school, wherever that may be, and each one of you is an individual. Sure, you like being in a crowd. Sure, you want to keep close to your family, but the world is really in the palm of your hands. Grab it. Hold on to it. Make your mark in the way that is you, whether it is on the playing fields, on the stage, or in the classroom. You are the high school graduating class of 2022. Wow. You will be leaving universities at a time when experts say that your generation will experience more job changes and career changes than any generation before you. You'll be facing jobs that have not yet been thought about, while many of those who you thought were worth considering may not even be there when you graduate. Our hope for you is that you've been schooled to prepare yourselves for whatever your future holds, and that you will someday make your mark because of who you are. So, Year 9, that's it. All is left for me to do, on behalf of all your Key Stage 3 teachers, is to wish you luck in the future and to share an Irish blessing. May there always be work for your hands to do. May your purse always hold a coin or two. May the sun always shine on your windows. May a rainbow be certain to follow each rain. May the hand of a friend always be near you. And may God fill your heart and gladness to cheer you. Thank you for listening. Year 9, good luck. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, can we just wait a few minutes? Angela, Ellie, Una, and Ina, would like to take the stage, please? Year 9s, please stand. Ladies and gentlemen, as the students leave the stage, please give them a round of applause. They'll be exiting down here, and we'll meet you in the lower lobby. We look forward to seeing you all in your best bib and tuckers tonight, all shiny-faced and spanking new, and your nail varnishes all polished. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, the Year 9 class of 2018. Ladies and gentlemen, please go and join your children. Thank you for coming.